We got a big boy little sound wave there. Very, very good. Very
Ooh.
nice. Are we gonna do this every time?
Ooh.
I love it.
Let's change it. Actually, we should change it up from a clap every week. We should do something else like.
Yeah, just like.
Oh god. Something demonic.
This is fucked.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
I don't know. Well, the second episode actually doesn't have a clap in it, so maybe we do it.
Doesn't
like,
it?
we bring it in randomly.
Ooh. Yeah, it becomes. I don't know. It becomes a little thing. It's a yeah.
Yeah, it's like a bonus treat or something.
It's a bonus clap.
Bonus clap, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Who would have thought we'd do 3 episodes of this? How many do you think we're gonna make?
We've
Before we
come so
stop.
far, Jamie.
Yeah, I know, right? Look at us.
Should I still clap? Should I still do this?
For old time's sake, do it.
for
I thought you were
the
gonna say
death of
doors closed or something. I was gonna get real sad.
Oh hell no.
But
Oh no, God no.
yeah, shout out to Doyle's one time.
Shout out to Doyle's. Hey,
This is for them.
not sponsored, but maybe someday. Maybe someday. I mean, go to Doyle's. It's good.
Yeah. I mean,
You ever go to Dublin? Go to Doyle's. Fuck
Yeah.
it, it's great.
if Mr. Doyle himself is maybe listening to this, just maybe
If
no
Papa
sponsorship.
Doyle is out there, come on.
Papa Doyle. Apparently, the guy who. No, never mind. That's not interesting to anyone other than people from Carlo. So I'll move on.
That's fine. Yeah, that's it's okay. I mean, there's one person from Carlo out there being like, no, please tell me the story. But you've moved on. You've
Nope.
moved on. I'm sorry.
I moved on.
Sorry, Carlo, dude.
I should probably mention.
we're past that.
No, fuck Carlo. No, not fuck Carlo. Carlo's a nice place. Actually.
Oof.
I only say fuck Carlo because there's one person who I know from Carlo, and he brings it up in every single sentence that you could possibly talk about. But
He's one of the 3 people from Carlo.
yes, he is one of the 3 people. Actually, did you ever hear of Richie Kavanagh?
I have, and I only have heard of Richie Kavanagh because of you. And
Okay.
I think you'd be happy to know that I have been sharing the word of Richie Kavanagh with everyone that I can. So
Preach.
please, Jamie, who is this beautiful man known as Richie Kavanagh?
I don't want to get too into it, but Richie Kavanagh is he's a god among men.
He's the second person from Carlo.
He's the second person from Carlo, and he's the second coming of Christ, if you will. He is an artist, a musical artist from Carlo.
He's some boy, all right.
And he has some absolute banging tunes. And you should definitely just YouTube Richie Kavanagh. I think he's on Spotify as well. Just look him up, give him a listen. Anyone who's from Ireland will understand. Anyone who's not from Ireland will probably
watch
not
it
understand.
anyway.
Just let's do it or watch it anyway.
Yeah,
But-
man. If Richie Kavanagh came out as the second coming of Christ, he just put that up on his Instagram one day. I'd be down with it. I'd kneel.
Yeah, I'd kneel. So
Yes.
for this one, it's kind of just going to be a general one. It's not like one-sided because usually we've been doing you pick a topic, I pick a topic, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be more like a discussion.
This time it's a little bit more spicy.
A bit spicy. We both kind of don't have things, or we don't have much prepared, but it's going to be about sleep and about dreams. And I'm just going to be talking about my experiences. You're going to talk about your experiences, and then we're going to go through, I don't know, some website and take it as fact.
Take it as fact. This is the word of God. I love it.
Yeah.
This is so good because you barely have to prepare for this.
No.
Every single human being on the planet has slept before. They can talk about it.
Exactly. What brought me to, well, it was dreams was the initial one because dreams just fascinate the fuck out of me. I still to this
Yeah,
day
me
do
too.
not understand dreams, and I don't think I ever will fully understand it. I know, like, people who study psychology and stuff might have a bit more to do
Yeah.
with it or might understand a bit, but I don't think anyone can fully understand what the fuck goes on to cause dreams? Like I know it's an imagination thing, isn't that right? I guess.
Yeah, I think the whole concept behind it, if you like get into like the science of it or whatever, is that your brain is. Don't take this for fact, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
This is just what I have heard somewhere, but I think it's your brain going over the experiences and processing the experiences that you had during the day, and kind of like filing it away in certain bits, like certain portions of your brain. So like, have you ever noticed if you go asleep and you're like thinking about something, and then quite often you will have that part in your dream somewhere, or something that has happened to you during the day. A
Yeah.
lot of that is like your brain sequestering away pieces of information that like, this is useful, this is not useful, and we're just processing it emotionally as well.
Yeah, I suppose like because even though you're like I'm gonna get into the whole science of sleep. Hopefully, I'm gonna find it because I don't know too much about it. But sleep is like
Mm-hmm.
your brain doesn't really turn off though, does it? Like it's still
It doesn't.
well,
It's
it
just
does for
resting.
some part of it though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah. There,
REM.
there are some bits. Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to talk about what I think I know before I actually go on and read about it.
That's okay. I mean, like, I don't know much about this either. We're both spitballing. It's good.
Yeah. So I
I
always
mean, no, we know what we're on about.
yeah no believe us please. I always knew REM to be like the deepest part of your sleep, and it's when you dream most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
only found out last week that what it stands for. Do you know what it stands for?
Rapid eye movement, isn't that it?
Yeah, never knew that. I thought it meant something way more
Yeah,
like detailed or scientific, but it's literally your eyes are moving very quickly, which means your brain is
it's,
going
yeah.
90 kind of
It's
thing.
literally your eyes just kind of spaz out for a while, and it's like, I think you go through cycles of it. So every hour and a
Mm.
half, as far as I can remember, that's one period of sleep or whatever, and you go through your REM cycle
Yeah,
over that period. It's something along those lines, as far as I can remember.
and I think that's usually when you dream you're the most. I think,
Yes, yeah.
because yeah, no, I'm gonna get into it. I'm just talking shit right now, but there's a apparently there's a sleep calculator. Gabby told me about this, and we tried it.
Oh, no way.
There's like if you
Sounds
type
healthy.
in when you're gonna go to sleep or what time you plan to go to
Yeah.
sleep, it tells you the times that you should wake up at for you to feel rested. But
For you to have the best
yeah,
sleep, because if you wake up in the period of one of those hour and a half things, you haven't got your full sleep. You haven't
yes,
gone through that full cycle.
it's not even about the amount of sleep you get. It's what period of your sleep that you wake up that
Yeah.
determines whether you're rested or not, which is crazy because if you go to sleep
Ah.
at like 12 at night, it'll say wake up at 6:15, which is
Mm-hmm.
only 6 hours sleep. When people say 8 hours, it's
Okay.
like the recommended. But you could sleep a lot less if you wake up the right time. You'll still feel rested, which I
Right.
find
Okay.
very
That's
interesting.
cool. That's
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So I think we tried it a
Oh, I
couple times. I
like that.
tried it once or twice, and it kind of worked. But then I kind of stopped
Okay.
checking it before I set my alarms. I just was like, all right, I need to get up this
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
I gotta
You're
be
just
this
like,
time.
oh, this is another fucking thing I have to deal with. No, fuck
yeah,
that. I need to. I'm just going to sleep, bro. I
yeah,
know how to
pretty much.
sleep.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I sleep is. I think you even said it. Wait, was it?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it was in one of the previous episodes where you're like, sleep is just. Oh yeah, we were talking about time wasting in episode 1. You're like, sleep is
Okay.
just such an important fucking thing, and
Oh yeah, 100%.
with dreams for me, like I don't, I don't remember dreams.
Like
Unless
at all.
unless I no, I remember them the second I wake up. I'll be thinking about it, but then if I was
Yeah.
to like, if I took the time to take out my phone to try and write it out, or if I tried to write it down, I'd forget it.
Yes.
I'd forget about it.
You forget it. Even within that few, maybe like 5 seconds of rolling over and getting your phone.
Yeah, because I'll be like,
Really?
I'll remember what it is, and then I'll turn around to do something, and then I'll be like, okay, wait, no, it involved this, and it involved that, but what was I thinking about right there? Like what happened? And
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I
It
don't
just
know.
starts to like crumble.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
almost like holding sand within your hands is just like slipping through your fingers.
Yeah, I was literally gonna say it's like putting flour into a sieve, and it's like it's all there when you start. But as
Yeah.
soon as I move, if you move the sieve, flour starts to fall out, and you're just like, oh shit, there's
I
less and
get
less
you.
information there.
Oh, that sounds really frustrating. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very frustrating because I have some
I
very
say
cool
it is.
dreams, and then I just forget about it.
Okay, right. And they're just gone. That
Mm-hmm.
sucks. What if you were to turn over to like Gabby and tell her your dream?
Uh, I I may have done that when I woke up once or twice if she was awake, but a lot of the time she's not awake, or I'm not gonna wake her up to tell her or whatever. Like, so
Yeah, that'll probably get annoying. Not gonna lie.
yeah, yeah.
Like there's a certain threshold. Like I know some people really fucking hate listening to people describe their dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I know that that's a big thing. Personally, I love it. If someone has a dream, please God tell me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah,
into
yeah,
that shit.
yeah.
But I know it's a big, almost stereotypical thing for someone to just be on the receiving end and be like, please shut the fuck up.
Here we
I
go
don't
again.
care.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Oh, here we fucking go.
you know, I just think dreams are so fucking fascinating.
Me too, man. 100%.
Um, I'll just fucking say that I remember. Well, I don't remember, but the best dreams I ever had, I think, were happened over lockdown sometime. But I think I told you
Oh
about this
yeah.
before, where I had a series of dreams.
You did tell me this.
No,
Yeah, which is like not a thing. Like that's like
yeah,
super rare, I think.
I didn't actually look into it or anything, but I loved it, and I remembered it for a bit after, but I don't remember
Cool.
anything to do with it now. But it was like each night was like a new episode. It was a continuation. It was
Your
sick. I
brain's
loved
giving
it.
you your own TV show. I like
Yeah,
it.
maybe my brain was just
That's
bored
really
of watching so much Netflix, and it was just like, all right, we're gonna fucking come up with something here, man.
You're just like, I can fucking do this. Here you go.
Yeah,
Fucking make your millions.
but
And
that
you
was
never did
probably
it.
the best dream experience I've had. And then,
That is really, really cool. I think with me, my best dream experiences have been accidental lucid dreaming. Are you aware of lucid dreaming? Have you heard of that?
I know of it, and I really want to experience it. And I know there's a way you can like train your body and mind to do it, but I've never actually done it. But yeah,
Yeah, it is. It is really cool for anyone who's not like aware of the concept. It's kind of in the name. You're in a dream, but you're lucid. You're aware of your surroundings and everything. And normally, when you're in a dream, you're kind of sitting almost in a like a roller coaster. You can't control where you're going. Things are just happening. But when you're like lucid dreaming, there's that little bit of your brain is still kind of awake, and you are aware of the fact that you're in a dream. So you're like, hey, something spooky's happening. No, 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 no. I don't like that. I'm gonna just like turn around and go somewhere else. Or you can actually like some people are able to shape their dreams as well to
yeah, you
be
can
like,
fabricate
this
shit,
is
can't you?
yeah, like fabrication. You can be like, this is a spooky scenario. I'm going to just craft the world to be in. I'm in a nice little, I don't know, play center having fun. This is great.
It's insane.
It is. The power of the mind, man, is insane. I've read of these lucid dreamer guys who talk about basically staying completely conscious when they go to sleep. So they're awake the whole day. They go to bed at night, and when they're asleep, they're lucid dreaming. So they're like getting stuff done. They're like writing. They're like thinking about stuff. They're like composing music. It's insane. The power of the brain, man. Yeah, right?
I okay. Well, here's a little question I have, but isn't it a thing that you can't read or write in your dreams?
That is a thing. I've kind of experienced this as well, where like maybe it's just a concept that like when you're in the dream, you think you can read it, but it probably is just like a load of scrawls, but your brain is like interpreting it. Because I have had that
Yeah,
experience before. So I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe these guys are full of shit.
yeah,
Who knows?
maybe. I think it reminds me of the fucking Rise and Grind people. Like just like an over the top guy. And just like I sleep 4 hours a night, and when I'm dreaming, I'm fucking working out. Yeah, It's like, I'm working out
Oh
that
yeah,
mind,
totally.
not just the body. But
Yeah.
I've
Rise and grind, sleep and grind, all grind.
oh my god.
Oh god. Oh, there's definitely someone out there. You're so right. There's 100%. Like, I don't know. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, you've hit the nail on the head with that one. That exists.
I know I've brought it up to people before where like I could never read in a dream. Like whenever I saw
I
like a
could never
sign,
read.
I can't really read anyway. But in a dream,
Can't
I
read,
definitely
bro.
can't dream, or I can't read.
Yeah, I get you.
But anytime I
Hmm.
looked at the sign or writing, I couldn't read it. But then I heard like other people were like, "Oh no, you can't tell the time. That's the thing. You're not able to read a clock."
That is a thing. Yeah.
Apparently, that's universal. No matter what, you cannot tell the time, or you can't read a clock in a dream.
Yes. That's one of the ways that you
Tell.
recognize that you're in a dream. So
Mm.
all of these, there are some steps that people take to like lucid dream, and one of them is to like look at your like watch on your wrist, or if you have it on your phone or whatever during the day. And because, as you just after saying there, like in your dream you can't tell the time, it just doesn't exist. So if you keep checking your phone for the time and like be like, oh, this is a normal time, I'm clearly not dreaming here, and you do that during the day,
Yeah.
that when you're asleep, and if you go to check your watch and it's fucking telling you all squiggles that don't exist, you'd be like, hey, I'm in a dream. And then once your brain has like recognized that it's dreaming, you hit that like lucid moment,
Oh shit.
and you're able to do all the cool fucking trippy shit.
So interesting. Fucking hell.
It's so interesting, man. There's all of these like steps and different ways that you can go about it.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fascinating.
You tried it before,
Um,
didn't you?
I did try it before.
Hell yeah.
So a period maybe like 2 years ago, whatever the circumstances were, I kept like accidentally lucid dreaming and just like waking up in the middle of my dream and being like, "Hey, I'm dreaming. I can do literally whatever I want. This is so cool." Um, and being initially kind of unaware of it, uh, and then afterwards becoming interested in the fact and like looking up how to do this, like, oh, I want to go to sleep and just do this consciously without it just being a look at the draw.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I looked up all these different ways. You can meditate. Meditation apparently has a big effect on whether or not your brain is capable of waking up for some reason. I'm not exactly sure of the science behind it,
Okay.
but apparently, if you do a half an hour of meditation before you go to sleep, um, that kind of
Hmm.
like fires up the gears for your brain later. Another big one is keeping a dream journal, which would be shit for you, obviously, because you can't fucking remember your dreams.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard that. I've definitely heard that before, and I think I tried before, but I just like I could only get like
Hmm.
50% of the dream down because I remember the whole thing. I actually did try before. I had a little tiny notepad, but
Yeah.
yeah, no. By the
But
time I
yeah,
start writing, I forget most of it, and I'm just like, oh well, fuck, rip.
that is a thing, though. Whatever you get down on the page is adding towards it. That's completely a thing. If you don't remember your entire dream, what you're supposed to do is just write down anything. Was there colors that you can remember? Was there a scenario that you can remember?
Mm.
You don't have to remember from A to Z, just little bits in between. And once you keep doing that consistently every night, your brain actually gets better at remembering it. Would you believe? So it had
Okay.
you just continued like writing down little bits. By the end of like, I don't know, 6 months or something, you should be remembering more bits of your dreams, and then getting you on that
Right.
road to doing this cool lucid dreaming stuff.
Yeah. There's. I'm just looking at a wee article here, and it's like
Hmm.
ways how to experience lucid dreams, and obviously dream journal is there, but then practice reality testing. I'm guessing that's the whole watch thing. You check your watch
That's the watch thing,
every day.
exactly.
The other ones they
And then
have
be like,
recommended and they're popular.
yeah,
It's like finger through palm. Push your fingers against your
oh,
opposite palm. If they pass through, you are dreaming. That's fucked.
oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's
Yeah.
freaking me out, man. I'm actually,
Um.
I'm kind of scared to try that out. Like, ugh.
Am I dreaming it? Well, another one is mirrors. In a dream state, your reflection won't look normal.
Ah.
That's kind of scary.
Oh, Jamie.
Yes.
I have a story about this.
Okay.
So I had one of these accidental lucid dreams where I woke up and I was in a bathroom I had literally never seen before, and I was completely fully aware of what was going on. And I was like, "Oh, this is really fucking weird." And I was looking down at my hands, and I was like, "These aren't my hands. My hands don't fucking look like that." Um, and I
What are
was
these
like,
small hands? These are mine.
"What are these small baby beta male hands?"
These aren't fucking gamer alpha omega hands. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. These aren't my fucking gamer gloves. What the fuck's going on? But yeah, I woke up in this bathroom, and I looked down and I was wearing clothes that I would never normally wear, and I was like, this is really fucking weird. I was looking around the rest of the bathroom, just like, because I was aware that I was in a dream, so I was like picking stuff up and like turning it around in my hands like a jar of soap and stuff.
You
And then
were
I
aware,
looked
or
in
you
the
weren't aware?
bathroom. No, I was aware that
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was in a dream. I knew this. I was picking stuff up, being like, "This is so cool. I can look at this and like I know it's not real."
Mm.
And then I looked into the mirror, and when I looked into the mirror, it was someone else's face. It was a
Oh,
bald dude. It was just a bald dude in his like 40s or something looking back at me, and I was like touching my face and like looking at it from different angles, and it was responding.
that's
Um,
fucked.
it was so cool. It was amazing.
You liked it?
I absolutely loved it because I was completely aware that it wasn't real, that I was in a dream. I knew that. And just the fact that, like, all of this seemed so genuinely real was just like, it was mind blowing to me.
Fuck yeah. No, that is. Yeah, no, like the only other time you'll experience that is like VR, I guess, but it's so different. Like it's
Yeah, yeah.
like I can't imagine. No, I can't imagine experiencing that. Like looking into a mirror, seeing
It's
someone else,
weird.
and you're touching yourself. And you're like, oh shit, I can actually feel this.
Yeah,
This is me, but it's not me because I'm looking at me. Did you not get
yeah.
scared being in a lucid dream, thinking, like, is this me now? Is this me or?
Not at all. Whenever I've experienced it, my initial reaction is, "Oh, good God! I hope this doesn't end too soon. I want to experience everything that I possibly can here before it ends." Because like your brain is aware of what's going on. You know you're going to wake up eventually. So
Yeah,
my whole thing is that I don't want it to end too quickly.
I get no. That's fair because I've definitely had dreams like that before. I remember thinking that during dreams. I'm like, I don't want this to end because this is
Hmm.
fantastic. But I
Yeah.
wonder, was that me lucid dreaming because I'm aware that I didn't want it to end,
If you're aware.
or maybe
Yeah. I mean, it's the start to it anyway.
it could just be a post feeling as well. Maybe I've just woken up and been like, oh shit, it ended, kind of thing.
Yeah. The vibes that you're giving me are dreams that I remember having as a child, being like, it's so silly, but like I remember
Oh
as like maybe
man.
like yeah, like a 7-year-old or something getting like a really sick toy and you're playing with it and you're like, oh, this is so cool. I'm fucking have the best toy, and you wake up and the toy wasn't real. It was a dream.
Just don't break it down like that. Why you gotta do that to me?
I'm sorry, mate.
So how did you
But
like actually
yeah.
train yourself to do it? Or
See, that's the thing. I'm not really sure because I started to try to train myself after the fact, after it started happening, and I became aware of that's what it was.
mm-hmm.
So after the training kind of stuff of keeping a dream journal, doing the meditation, I was really shit at the reality checks, which I think is one of the most important ones. But I was
Yeah.
always really shit at that. I just would forget during the day. Really, I kept trying to do the whole check your phone and stuff.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
some
yeah.
reason, I kept forgetting. And I did feel a slight increase in the amount of times that I got it. Um, I have a vivid memory of having a dream. Sorry, after doing all of these processes and being in a dream, and I was in a library, and for some reason something sparked it. I think maybe I think that's what it was. I think there was like some books floating above me, and I was like, in my dream, I was like, hold the phone. Books don't fucking float. And then I was like, you feel literally like it's such a strange thing to say, but you literally feel like a door kind of opens in the front of your brain, and you can like you're just so aware of everything that's going on. It's a real kind of rush, and you're
That's
like,
pretty cool.
hey, I'm in a dream, and then you have this like rushing sensation of like your brain opening up.
Yeah,
And I was able to be like, hey, this is cool. I can like move around and pick stuff up, and like it's a wild experience.
I'm in a simulation kind of thing.
I'm in a simulation, yeah.
It says here another popular reality checks is tattoos. If you have tattoos, look at them. They'll look different in a dream. So that's like a
That's
very
really
easy
interesting.
one. So if you have one on your arm, you just look
Yeah.
at that like a few times a day.
Yeah, I have one on either of my wrists, so
Yeah.
I don't carry a wristwatch, so that could be
That's
that
the
could be a
thing.
way.
I feel like I could do that as well, but at the same time, I've sticker tattoos, so I definitely forget what I have when I'm awake anyway.
Okay, that's not gonna
Like
help.
I feel like if I'm dreaming, I could definitely look on my arm and see something new and be like, "Oh yeah, I got that like 2 weeks ago or something."
Yeah, totally. I mean, like you're covered as it is. I'm fairly sparse, so it'd
Yeah.
probably work better.
Yeah, maybe. But I think that's pretty reading as well. Look away from
That
the
is.
text. Apparently, you can read in dreams, according to this.
That's what I said. Yes, you can. Like those guys who would like write and stuff in their dreams, and apparently would be able to keep books in their dream space.
Right. Okay. Wait, there's a weird one. Wake. Okay, induction techniques. Wake back to bed. Wake up 5 hours after bedtime.
Ah,
When
that's
you
another
go,
one. Yeah, you have to train yourself to wake up at one of those points in REM sleep and then go back to sleep immediately.
Oh, yeah, because it says when you go back to sleep, you'll be more likely to enter REM sleep while you're still conscious.
Yes. So remember when I was telling you the story of me waking up in this man's body in a bathroom?
Yeah.
So I, after a few minutes of that, felt myself slipping out of this new reality and back into sleep. And I like half woke up. I didn't open up my eyes, and I was like, "Oh, I'm back in bed. I'm just in bed. This is cool." And then I felt myself slipping back into sleep and waking up in the bathroom again. And that happened maybe like 2 or 3 times.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it's that little space in between being awake and being asleep.
Yeah.
That's another, which is also another what's the word? It's another way that people get some other kind of sleep, not disorders, but like sleep events. So
Okay.
this is another way that sleep paralysis happens. You're aware of sleep paralysis?
I've experienced it a couple of times.
Yeah, okay. So when you kind of like you wake up or whatever from being asleep, and you experience the fact that you can't move, and it's oftentimes accompanied by not visions, but like what's the word I'm looking for? Hallucinations.
Hallucinations. Yeah.
Illusions. Yeah, like either audio or visual hallucinations. So some people see some mad creepy shit, but that happens
Yeah.
in that break between being awake and being asleep. They're all quite connected.
Yeah, I will forever be scared because okay, so I love horror movies. I love anything horror. Fucking love it. Give it to me, inject
You
it
know
in me.
me, so do I.
I fucking love horror. But
Me too, baby.
the only
But
movie
the caveat.
series I can never watch again, and well, I'll watch it, but I will not be okay with it, and I'll probably be covering my eyes. And I know that's a normal thing for
Really?
people that don't like horror movies that are always covering their eyes. No way for
Wow.
me. That's abnormal for me. I fucking love it. Give it to me.
Yeah.
But one series I can never watch is The Grudge. Can't do it.
The Grudge.
The
Okay.
Grudge.
That's
I
that's a really interesting one.
can't
Why?
do it because it scared me as a kid. So I can't remember what age was,
Childhood.
but I watched
That'll
it.
do it.
I wasn't that young though. I was old enough to be able to watch it. Like it was on the TV or something, and I was a bit of a fucking. I think I may have had some sort of insomnia when I was younger because I'd always be up all night.
Oh.
Like I
Okay.
couldn't
One of
sleep.
them RT 11 p.m. movies get you. Little baby
Exactly.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Back in the early 2000s.
That's why my mind is
I
fucked
get
with.
it.
Like I watched all of the Geordie Shore because it was on really late on MTV.
Okay.
So like my
Oh my
mind is
God,
bollocks. But
that's
yeah,
really
The
funny.
Grudge was on like Channel 4 or something, at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and I watched it when I was like, I want to say like 13 or 14. So I was old enough.
Oh, that's not that young.
No.
Okay.
So it was fine. But when I finished watching it, I had my first ever sleep paralysis experience.
No way. Okay, that's
Yep.
really interesting.
And I slept in the attic at home. So yeah, you were in it,
Mm,
obviously. And
I
this
have.
attic had two little, like it was a converted attic, obviously. And there were on either side, there were two little doors. They looked like cupboard doors. And the cupboard doors would lead
Hmm.
into this dead space, basically, where we used to store shit. And it had fiberglass and it had like all of our Halloween decorations and shit. So
And ghosts, definitely ghosts.
definitely ghosts, and apparently the girl from the Grudge was in there as well. Because when I fucking fell asleep,
Oh
I
no.
woke up. Well, I don't know. Are you waking up in sleep paralysis? I guess you are, but you can't move. And I woke up,
Yeah, there's yeah.
and luckily I don't sleep on my back, so I was
Okay.
sleeping on my side, and I was kind of facing the wall, but I could hear the doors open.
Oh no.
Yeah, I heard that those
Oh
because they
no.
have a distinct sound. It's not like a normal door opening. It's like these
It's like a
specific.
latch or something, is
Yeah,
it?
it's a weird latch, and I heard that, and I was like, that woke me
Oh,
up, and
that's giving me chills,
yeah, I
man.
was like, oh shit, okay, wait, hang on, what's going on?
Oh
Maybe
no.
sometimes when it's windy, they'll blow open because the wind somehow gets in, and they'll blow open.
Yeah.
But then
Okay.
if that was happening, I'd hear the wind out my window because it's right above my head. No
Of
wind,
course.
and I was like, oh
Man.
fuck, and I was like, I should probably get up and check this, and I couldn't move,
And you couldn't
and
move. There it is. There it is.
I was like, am I paralyzed with fear right now, or am I just can't move? And I was like, no, I wouldn't be paralyzed with fear and wanting to get up, actively like thinking, okay, I want to turn around and see what the fuck's going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a I'm scared shitless, I don't want to move. It was more like I genuinely cannot
Exactly.
turn around right now.
Cannot move. Yeah.
And then I heard like creaks and stuff on the floor, and I was like, oh
Oh
fuck.
no.
Is someone
This
moving
is
through
so
my room right
spooky.
now? Yeah. So I never had a visual sleep paralysis, but I heard stuff,
Oh right.
and
Okay.
it was, yeah, it was too much for me that like I
Yeah.
somehow fell back asleep because obviously I heard creaks, and then it's just nothing
Yes.
for a long time. So
Then it ended.
I
Yeah.
think I sensed someone behind me looking at me. That whole sensation of, oh, someone's looking at me right now,
Yes.
but I
Yeah.
can't do anything about it. So I'm gonna fucking sit here and sweat for the next hour,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
maybe fall asleep. And then eventually I did fall back asleep. I woke up.
So that's it. You had the presence in the room. That's a very common thing that people have. The sense of something in the room.
Yeah, and I woke up the next day, and one of those doors were open. Not the two of them. One of those
Oh
fucking
god, no
cubbyhole
way.
doors were
No one of
open.
those fucking doors was open. No. Oh, don't do that,
And
man.
that
Don't leave the story like that, man.
that fucked that series up for me. I love horror movies, as I
I've
said, love them,
I've
but
got goosebumps. That was scary.
it was fucking terrifying. That's why I'll never watch that series ever again.
I get it. I totally get it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and well, actually, while we're on the subject, one other horror movie that I'm very reluctant to watch, but I've never had the opportunity to watch because I'll only watch movies on the services that I have or whatever, Amazon. But do you ever watch the
Yes.
others?
The Others, is that the film where there's like a family and like kids and shit, and then at the end you find out they're the ghosts?
Yes, I think it's Kate Winslet. No, I could be wrong. No, she maybe no, not Kate Winslet. Kate Hudson, one of them, I think.
One of them,
But
but that's the movie, is it? I've just spoiled it for everyone
yes,
who hasn't seen it, so maybe don't watch it.
it's it's a mother and her two kids, and they move into this house, and it's haunted, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
One scene in that fucked me up, and if anyone's ever seen the others, you know exactly what scene I'm talking about because I'm sure it fucked up everyone else. But basically, she walks in and she thinks she hears her kid playing, and she's like la la la, and she has a veil over the back of her head, and she's like, the mom's scared, looking at her, and her head's facing away, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And she turns around, and
Okay.
it's this old lady's face, and she's like,
Oh,
she says like, "What do you mean, mommy?" in a real deep voice, and that fucked
oh
me up forever.
God.
I saw that
Oh,
when I was like
Jesus Christ.
7 or 8, and it fucked me up.
Do you know what? I've seen that when I was like 7 or 8 as well, and I've never watched it. I've never gone back to it. For some reason, my brain has been like, no, 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 no. We've seen that once. We're never watching that again.
Yeah, don't do it.
I remember loving it though.
That's well for some.
Um, yeah, I found it interesting, Jamie, that you were saying that you love horror movies so much, yet you don't like scary dreams and sleep paralysis and stuff. Where I absolutely love horror movies as well. But oh boy, am I all about that sleep paralysis. I get really excited whenever I get it. Like,
Okay.
so excited.
Fuck.
Because mine are like quite intense. I get the audio and the visuals. I get the whole fucking deal. But whenever it happens, I am like lying there, like still scared shitless, but I'm like, this is fucking great. This is my own personal horror movie. Like, I know that this is just like a thing that's happening in my brain and I can't physically be hurt by this. Everything's fine. I'm just gonna lie here and get terrified, and it's gonna be great.
So wait, you've had. Sorry, you said you had the visual, but not the audio. Or what did you have?
I have both, so I
Oh,
get
both.
audio and visual hallucinations. Yeah. So
And
the
you're.
the one that always sticks out in my head. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say you're fully aware that these are just hallucinations.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Each time, completely just like, hey, I'm in bed here. I can't move, but I know why I can't move. This is fine.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, the one that always sticks out in my mind, which is quite different from the other ones, is it happened in complete daylight. Um,
Oh.
so I was at a friend's house, and I just decided to have a nap. I went up into their bedroom and was like, "Oh fuck you guys, you're downstairs. I'm gonna have a sleep for like half an hour or whatever."
Hmm.
So I was lying in the bed and asleep, and I woke up and I could hear my friends downstairs still talking and everything. Um, and I was like, "Oh yeah, cool. I'm gonna just get up and go back down to them." And I felt this presence in the room, standing at the doorway. And I tried to like move to like talk to them because I thought it was my friend who was coming back into the room.
Yeah.
Uh, would you believe I couldn't move? And this shape at the doorway
Oh, so you could
started
see the
moving
doorway,
ever. I could see the doorway. Yeah, it was just kind of like out of the
corner of your eye,
like in
like.
my peripheral vision.
Yeah.
So I just saw a shape and assumed it was my friend. Um, and again, tried to call out and talk to them, wasn't able to do any of that. And this shape at the doorway started to move closer and closer and closer towards me until it like eventually got into my point of view, and it was just this dark shadow kind of being. There was like no real form to it, but you could sense that it was like humanoid.
Mm.
Um, and it was accompanied with this sound of just like screaming, but like really low at the start. So it would start off as like a low kind of buzz, and as this shape got closer and closer and closer towards me, it gradually become louder and louder until when this shape was directly in my face, this horrible black shadow looming over towards me. It was like painful in my ears, the screams coming from this
Oh.
thing. And I think this was the first time that I might have ever had sleep paralysis. So I was like, this is fucking horrifying, but I think I know what's going on.
Mm.
And this thing just like gets closer and closer towards me, and then I snap awake and I'm like, there's
You can
nothing
move.
here.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That was so cool.
How? When was this? How old
This
were you? Like.
was in um this was maybe 2014,
Okay.
2015.
Oh, okay. So you're fairly late. Like you're about 20
Yeah.
or so.
Yeah, exactly. So this was the first one that I can like vividly remember. I'm almost positive I had them as a child as well,
Okay.
because I remember having some of these scary feelings and like kind of images of experiences kind of similar to that, but like never really thinking about it until I got
Yeah.
older and started having them again, and then being like, bro, I wasn't fucking haunted. I just had sleep paralysis.
That's that's like too much. Like I understand what you're saying with like being a fan of horror. That should be a great thing,
Yeah.
but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe the age comes into it then as well because like I was 13.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, that's kind of part of the exciting bit of it, that you can't move, that you have to experience this. You don't have a choice, really.
Yeah, but since then, have you experienced it much? Like a lot? Like since then?
There was a period of time when I actually first moved over to where I am now in the UK. Um, there was a period of maybe a year and a half that I would have this sleep paralysis or lucid dreaming maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks.
Do you
It's
think
really, really frequent.
I'm gonna sound like your fucking therapist here, but do you think that's related to you being out of your comfort zone? Like you
Comfort zone,
having moving
exactly. It could
away?
have been easily, yeah. Um,
I say so.
so I think they're kind of, the two of them are interlinked, the lucid dreaming and sleep paralysis. So going back to trying to train yourself into getting lucid during your dreams, there are some side effects. So if you do not like sleep paralysis and you try to lucid dream,
Mm-hmm.
uh, maybe maybe once every 5 times or something, you actually might get sleep paralysis instead,
Okay,
because they're
yeah, yeah,
very, very, very similar. It's the same kind of part of your brain that's awake while you're asleep.
yeah. Yeah.
They're connected, like.
Actually, that was another question I had. When you said this shadow figure was in your face screaming and it became
Mm-hmm.
very fucking loud in your ear and then you snapped awake.
Mm-hmm.
As far as you can remember, was there an in between or was it literally like you blinked and it was gone and you could move?
As far as I remember, it was a blink and then I'm awake and nothing's there.
Well, then do you think you just dreamed that?
It is possible, yeah.
Like your eyes were closed the entire time and you imagined that happening. Like let's say
That is
maybe
entire. I've
maybe your
thought
body
about that as
moved.
well.
Yeah, maybe your body moved, but your eyes were closed and your brain was doing this and then like you snapped awake and then that's when you were like, "Oh, I can move again."
That is entirely possible. Yeah, I have thought about that before. Maybe someone out there does know the real answer. Like, are your eyes actually awake when this, or open when this happens? Because I don't know. Maybe it is entirely a dream, and your eyes
Maybe.
aren't actually awake. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't give the answer on that one.
Yeah. Just after finding this night terrors. Hang on.
Ooh,
Would
night
you
terrors.
experience
That sounds
nightmares
bad.
or night terrors in general? Like,
I get nightmares quite a lot, yeah, but a lot of the time they fall under the same category where I wake up and I'm like, fuck, that was cool.
see, I have the very like when well, I used to experience nightmares quite a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
so I was a very um, I don't want to say a pessimistic person, but I was a very
Okay.
even to this day I would always have well, I suppose yeah, pessimistic view. So like
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds really weird, but like if someone was to say to me, "Oh, I'm going on
You're
a
a big
road,"
downer, bro.
no, like if someone said to me, "I'm going on a road trip," I'd immediately think of the downsides, immediately,
Yes. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like okay, for one example, let's say if my girlfriend was to say, "I'm going out tonight," I'd immediately think of, okay, what if she gets hurt? What if she gets attacked?
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
instantly think of
Okay.
that. Even when I'm going into town, I think, oh, I need to be
Mm.
ready for someone to attack me. And I think that's a really fucked up thing mindset to have. But I think
Right.
it's either
Preparing
pessimistic,
yourself constantly for the worst.
pretty much, yeah. Prepare for the worst, yeah. That's pretty much what I have. But
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember where I was going with that.
I
Oh,
don't know either. Oh, is this with your nightmares?
nightmares, night terrors, yeah. So I used to always like, as you said, you'd wake up from a nightmare and you think, oh, that was fucking cool because it's like your own
Mm-hmm.
personal horror dream or horror movie kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'd wake up and I'd have dreams, nightmares about like realistic events happening.
Things that could happen.
So people dying or people getting hurt or
Okay.
just fucked up shit like that. And I'd wake up and I'd be like, okay, fucking, that's a relief. That was a
Oh,
dream.
that sounds horrible.
It was awful.
That sounds awful. Yeah, no, mine are not like that. Mine are generally like along the lines of there is a ghost in the house and I can feel its horrible presence and I'm getting haunted. That's what my nightmares normally
Yeah.
are.
No, I've had a couple of those cool ones. Like, absolutely, I've had like, oh, there's a ghost. There's some monster around. There's something happening, but you wake up, and you're like, that 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 prick. What was he doing? But a lot of the time, I would have. I don't know. It's maybe just the way my fucking mind works. It's just I'd have
Okay,
a very
that's
realistic
interesting.
dream, and I'd wake up and I'd just be like, oh, thank God that's over because it's not real, basically.
Yeah, man. Wow, that's really. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with my dreams where
Yeah.
they're cool horror movies. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. When was the last time you actually lucid dreamt?
It's been a long time. I don't know why. I think it's because I've stopped doing the dream journal and um, all of that kind of meditation stuff. I've kind of
Yeah.
slipped off of that in the past maybe year or so.
Okay.
It's been a good while, but the last one that I remember was a kind of fleeting one. I remember waking up in the dream, being on a street, um, like a busy street, and looking around, and there's like there would be on like say Grafton Street in Dublin. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
loads of people coming in between you. People are shopping. There's shops. They've got books and things. And I remember going up to this window of a bookshop and looking at all the books and being like, "Holy fuck, these are really cool books. I'd love to read there. There's a cool fantasy one. Oh man, I'd love to read that." And
Yeah.
then, like, feeling myself slip in the dream, being like, "You're gonna wake up now," and
Oh
you get this
no.
like kind of like this pulling feeling, and I was like, "No, no, 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 no! I've only been awake for like 5 seconds. No, don't do this to me. No, no, no!" And then I woke up.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that.
I feel like I have lucid dreamt before, but
Mhm.
maybe it's just that I don't remember properly how it happened. But I think I've felt that sensation before where I've thought, oh no no no, I don't want to wake up. No no no, I don't want to wake up, and then I wake up. So maybe I've
Yeah,
just gotten the last
yeah.
like 4 or 5
Little
seconds.
snippets of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like maybe I've experienced a whole dream, which feels like fucking 8 hours, but they only last like what fucking 30 seconds to a minute sometimes when you're asleep.
Mhm.
And I've
Yeah.
experienced the whole thing, and then at the end of it, I'm just like, wait, hang on, this is it, and then I wake up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I did like
Yeah, no, it
I don't
is.
know.
It's mad. Maybe. I think that the main thing when you really notice that it's happened is you feel that maybe it's just a personal thing, but this is how I feel anyway. You feel that weird rush in the front of your head. Like as
Yeah,
I said, I,
doors
I
opening.
described it as a door opening.
Mm,
Um that's when I really noticed that I'm like, oh shit, I have such a I think there is in the like lucid dreaming community a real proper term for this. I think it's heightened awareness or something like that.
okay.
You get this real sense of just like everything around me is like almost in HD kind of feeling.
Oh, okay. It's like,
Yeah.
but is it just as you realize that you're in a dream?
As you realize when you're in a dream, then this thing happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a yeah heightened realization, reality,
Something
or some
along those
shit like
lines.
that.
But
Yeah.
it's a weird one. It's almost like a high. Like you kind of want to chase it. So that's why lots of
Okay.
people
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
"Oh, cool! I want to actively get this as many times as I can." You know?
Yeah. Which is what happened to you because it happened accidentally, and then you're like, oh, I
Exactly.
actually want to keep getting this. Like,
Yeah, man. Um, there's another way that you can like practice as well that I've heard before you go asleep. You kind of tell yourself, "I'm going to lucid dream. I'm going to lucid dream." You
I've
kind of
heard that
tell
one.
yourself that a few times, and
Mm.
then you visualize something kind of repetitive, like a journey into this lucid dream. So one of the ways that I've heard is picture a spiral staircase.
Okay.
It could be whatever you want. It can be like a wooden spiral staircase. It can be a stone spiral staircase. And you're traveling down this. You're specifically going down, and you just picture yourself walking each step. Try to make it feel as real as possible. And as you're going down, that's like kind of you're transitioning into this lucid dream state.
Oh shit.
Um, it works for some people. It never worked for me, but I know that that is another test that people try to do.
That's pretty interesting. Because I
It
feel like
is. It's
that
very
could just
cool.
lead you down, like, as you say, a spiral staircase. I feel like, I don't know, going down something as a spiral could lead you anywhere. Like, it could, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Well, I've heard the whole, if you go to sleep, or when you're going to sleep, you think, okay, I'm going to lucid dream, I'm going to lucid dream. And you, but the whole thing is that when you're going to sleep, I find, I find it very hard to turn off my brain, as opposed to, if I was to keep it
Okay.
active, I'd be awake. I'd stay awake.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I, every single night, I need to listen to a podcast to fall asleep.
Okay.
I need to do it.
I think you've told me that before. Yeah.
I need to hear something going on in the background, which is probably some sort of deep down feeling as to why I want to live in like a city that goes on all night. Like my dream is to
Mm-hmm.
live in like New York or somewhere that is just like
Right.
24/7.
Okay. Cool.
So
Okay.
I just want to hear things, and that's why when I'm going to sleep, I need to hear a conversation or something, and I'll only pay
Yeah.
attention for some of it, and then when I'm falling asleep, obviously I'll lose
You just
attention.
dripped off.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's I've definitely heard that a lot of people experience that, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that weird about it. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, I need to have it's. I don't know if it's a comfort thing or not, but it's just I need to hear
You know,
something.
I am the same with that as well. I will quite often fall asleep listening to like YouTube and stuff like that.
Mm,
And when I lived in my old apartment, I was out on the my apartment looked out onto a main like club street.
yeah,
So at like fucking 2 or 3 in the morning, you just hear like constant like just like bass lines and like backbeats from like a club
yeah,
door
yeah,
opening
yeah, yeah.
and all of the sounds coming out and all of the people on the street and that was super super soothing to me as well. So I totally get it.
Yeah. Because actually, the first place I moved out of when I moved out of my parents' house, first place I lived was right next to like the main motorway in Dublin.
Hmm.
So I'd always leave my window open at night so I could hear those cars going by. And I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
It was just something that soothed me in a way.
Oh, I love that as well. I love that too. Yeah,
I just
I
love
get
the
it.
idea of the world is still going. I don't like it's such a strange. Okay, this is gonna get kind of deep here, but
Are
I
we
do
kind of
not
getting deep? Is it real
a
hours?
little bit, mate. I hate the feeling of going to sleep at 2 a.m. because I hate the feeling of I'm the only one awake right now. When I know I'm not. There's definitely people out there that's
Yeah,
awake,
of course.
but I want to know it.
Yeah.
So I don't like.
Okay.
I hate the feeling of I'm the only one awake right now.
Right.
It's such a strange feeling. That's
That's
why.
really interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure if I said this to a therapist, they're definitely going to tell me, "Oh,
They'd pick you apart.
you're
There's
fucked up,
definitely
Mike.
someone at home. There's definitely someone at home listening to this, like typing out you a message at the minute, being like, "Bro, you need help."
Please send it to me, please." Have you ever thought about doing therapy? Actually, ever?
Doing therapy,
Yeah.
as in like going to a therapist or becoming one myself.
No. Well, going to one. I've thought
I
about it.
think it's one of those things that like lots of people, like most people at some point are like, "Hey, maybe I'd be better.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
know.
it's
Maybe
not.
I'd gain something from it."
I don't think it's like you admitting to yourself that there's something wrong. It's more like you. Well, for me, maybe, but like I've heard that there's just so many good things that can come from it, even though
Mm-hmm.
like there might be anything wrong or bad
Of
going on,
course.
but you may not have the like the avenue or the person to talk to about everything.
Of course. Yeah.
So I feel like a therapist is like that non-judgmental friend, basically, that you could just fucking sit there. They're actually paid to
Mm-hmm.
sit there and listen to whatever you want to talk about. So let's say you don't want to talk about things that are going on with
Yeah.
someone you're friends with because I don't know, like you might think they might not like you after it or whatever the fuck. I'm not
Of
gonna get too
course.
fucking deep
Yeah.
into it,
Yeah.
but like this is a person I've heard. It's getting very deep here, but I've heard that there's so
This is
many.
getting very deep. It's a left curve, but I like it.
Yeah, I won't get too into it, but I've heard that like if like people that have everything going for them, they've great
Yeah.
friends, all that shit, but they just go to a therapist because I
Mm-hmm.
heard it's great to just talk to a stranger about this shit, and it's helped them so
Mm-hmm.
much. I've thought
Yeah,
about
keep
doing
things in
it,
check.
but I don't know. I've just never done it. I was just wondering if you've ever thought about
Also,
doing it either.
that cash money, I think they're quite a lot.
But then
I don't
again,
think
there is
I
free
could afford
services. There
that.
are counselors.
Oh, is that a thing?
Hmm.
Okay.
There are counselors, and there are
Ah.
like cheaper therapists, but they call themselves counselors. So you might pay like every visit might be like €50 or something, which is very cheap.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
might seem like a lot, but
In
it is very cheap
comparison.
comparison. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Cool.
But yeah,
Fair enough.
I've thought about it, but I've never actually done it. Maybe one day.
Hey, Jamie, this might be another avenue for someone to listen to your dreams, and maybe you could use this person as your dream journal to go full circle.
Yeah, maybe this podcast itself is my therapist. Like, is my therapy session.
Am I your therapist, Jamie? I mean, I'll take it.
Maybe.
Or is it everyone listening at home? Maybe they're the therapists
uh,
here. Oh.
I mean, if they want to be, they
No, no,
can.
no, it's me. That's okay. I'll take it.
If there's any therapists out there, you can email me and just offer some sessions. That'd be great. Okay.
Oh, I
Well,
love it.
one question about dreams, real quick, is do you snore?
As
Are you a
though am I.
snorer?
Yeah, apparently I am. I do this thing where Anna always fucking complains about it. Um, I will throw up my left arm up into my forehead when I'm asleep,
I do
and
the same thing.
once that happens, I just start snoring so fucking loud. Apparently,
Yes.
and she hates it, absolutely hates it. And like I've woken
Yes.
up before from her like throwing my arm down onto the back onto the bed. Like that only happened like two nights ago, where I woke up with my arm flapping onto the bed, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Hell yeah. I mean,
So yes, apparently I do.
I think anyone snores when they lay on their back. That's a known thing. So
Yeah, yeah.
I usually don't feel comfortable laying on my back, but sometimes when I'm not that
Hmm.
tired, I'll lay and I do put my hand over my eyes. It's not even on my forehead; it's over
Yeah,
my
yeah,
eyes.
yeah.
So I'm like
That's what
this.
I. Yeah, I
I'm like,
kind
oh,
of like that, man.
that's
Yeah,
nice
I
and
get
dark.
it.
I'm gonna chill here. I'm not that tired. I'm gonna make
this,
it dark,
this is my little cave. It's
and
okay.
and then I fall asleep, and then I snore pretty badly, apparently, on my back. Or when I drink. When I drink, I snore pretty badly.
Oh yeah, I think that's a thing for most people as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, Gabby likes to complain about it, but she never actually. I tell her every time. I'm like, wake me up, just wake me up. I do not care. I give you permission.
Yeah.
Punch me in the ribs and wake me up, because then
Oh Jesus.
it'll make me turn on my side, and then I'll stop, and it'll make both of our nights even better.
Yeah, man.
But
Oh,
she never does.
she doesn't do it.
No.
Oh, she just wants you to have that good night's sleep. She doesn't want you having these horrible nightmares.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair. Well. Yeah. Uh, one other thing I'm gonna bring up real quick
Okay,
as our palate cleanser
let's do it. Oh,
is we're both well. I'd be a big fan of movies. I'd say you are too, to a degree.
yes, to a degree.
I was thinking one day iconic roles with different actors. Okay,
Oh, I like it.
now it could be an actor that could make it better, or it could be an actor that would just
Hmm.
make it a completely different movie.
Now,
So
Jamie, I don't know if I've said it to you before, but I do really love movies, but I am atrocious with actors. I like this always happens when Anna and myself will be watching a film.
hmm
Like 2 hours into the film, I'll be like, "Is that your man?" And he's been it from the very
you're
start.
on, yeah. You're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'll literally just pick it up. I'm terrible with it.
you're gonna know the people who I mentioned now, and maybe that'll
Okay.
kind of spur you on to think about some.
Hmm.
So one that I think could have actually been very good,
Okay.
and I don't think anyone else would have ever thought about this. Maybe my mind is fucked up. Maybe it wouldn't have been. But Lord of the Rings,
Give me a go.
amazing, amazing series that both of us love.
Yeah.
Okay, Aragorn, obviously played by Viggo Mortensen, which is fantastic. I'll I'll pour one out for him.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
Imagine Aragorn as Alan Rickman. He's
I kind of like it.
he's not a very action actor,
No.
but I think for any of the dialogue parts, he would be fantastic.
He would have been fucking great. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally, man.
I
No,
think
I
he
get
would
it.
be a great Aragorn, and he'd be a great leader. Like I'd want to hear Aragorn as Alan Rickman shouting spurring on his fucking people. Like,
Yeah, dude. Oh, I like it.
uh,
I'm
yeah,
sure you're aware of, like, Jamie, you love Lord of the Rings just as much as I do.
yeah.
And you must be aware of the fact that it was nearly Nicolas Cage who was Aragorn.
Not aware of that.
Did you not? Did you not
Nope,
know that?
nope.
They initially gave the role to Nicolas Cage, not Nicolas
They
Cage. Wait, which is the shitty guy?
Nicholas Cage. No, he's not shitty, but people take the piss out of Nick Cage all the time.
The real silly man where he overacts all the time. Not the bees.
Yeah, Nick Cage. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. It was him.
They actually gave it to him.
Yeah, they like offered the role to him
Oh,
first.
did he take a different role instead?
I think so.
Oh, maybe I did hear that.
Yeah, so just think about your favorite Lord of the Rings scene with Aragorn in it, and just smash
Oh no! I
not
can't
the
do
bees man in with that as well, and then see how you feel.
it. I can't. But that's the second one I thought of. This is the second and only person I thought of. I don't know what made me
Okay.
think about this because it's the most fucked up switch I've ever thought of in my life,
Ooh, gimme.
and it's not good. The
That's
movie would
okay.
not be
Hit
the
me with
same.
it.
But Neo, Matrix.
Yeah.
But playing Neo is Seth Rogen.
Why? Why did you come up with this?
Yeah, I just thought of that one day. I was just like, imagine Seth
What
Rogen
the
played
fuck?
Neo. I
mean, I'd watch it.
I don't know. And what hurts me now is I actually used to have a Seth Rogen laughing soundbite in my soundbites, but it's deleted.
I
wish I had it right now,
That would
though.
have been so perfect, man.
Yeah.
Just do your best impression. It'll be fine. It's the exact same thing. You don't have to. Don't worry. Or
I was
you
actually
can't.
I thought about it there, but I didn't. I thought about because I was trying to think. It's very basic, but I was like, no, I'm not even gonna try it. No.
It's okay. Don't worry.
But I was thinking, I watched a couple of videos of him laughing, and I was like, how can anyone ever be friends with him? Because he's known for being a little bit of a stoner, smoking
Mm-hmm.
a bit of the Mary
Smoking
Jane,
the booth.
a
I
little
get
bit,
it.
and he'd be laughing all the time, and his laugh is very fucking annoying, very annoying.
Yeah.
So I watched a video of him with, I think it was like Snoop Dogg. They did a stream or something, and
Oh, cool.
I watched a video of him laughing. I'm pretty sure it was when I was looking for sound bites for my soundboard. I was like, I just typed into YouTube Seth Rogen laughing, and it came up this whole 4-minute video. But I
Mhm.
can't imagine anyone being friends with him because anything you say, he's going to laugh
Jesus.
at, and it's just going to be a bit
He's
overboard.
gonna come out with that. Yeah.
Let me
I
try.
think just to kind of end it there with laughs. I don't know if you've heard, Jamie, but have you heard Jeff Bezos's supervillain laugh?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
It is fantastic.
It's so good. It's so fucking good. It's like proportional with like how much money he has. His laugh grows more like supervillain like.
Yep. I saw a side-by-side laugh of him and Dr. Evil, and it's fucking identical. It's identical.
Yeah, it's just the exact same. It's so
It's
good. If
literally
anyone is
the
not
exact same.
aware of this, Jamie, please, can you like edit in Jeff Bezos' like supervillain laugh? Oh, I love it. Brilliant.
And actually, I didn't say this earlier. Maybe I'll cut this in later or earlier. But
Yeah, splice
the
it earlier
whole-
somewhere.
lucid dreaming reminds me of the Matrix. Just saying.
Yeah, totally, man.
I'm
Yeah,
guessing
Matrix,
that's what the
100%.
Wachowski brothers. That's what Wachowski. I think there's something like that. That's what those
Mm-hmm.
guys intended. Of like, if someone dreams, it's like they're plugged into a system, and they're living out this dream, and whether they can experience or not is what a lucid dream is.
Well, I mean, you know that they've come out with what the Matrix means, right?
Oh, I haven't actually read this. No.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, I'm sure you're aware that the two of them are now
Female.
Well, they're trans. They're both female.
Yeah.
The Matrix is apparently an allegory for being trapped in your own body and
Oh.
in this own system, and taking the pill or whatever is like, again, becoming aware of like who you really are and trying to escape from this system and stuff. Yeah, that's what it really is.
It's
Yeah.
like trapped in
But
a
also,
reality
I
you
can
don't feel yourself in.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it
So
also ties into lucid dreaming. Maybe that's also a part of it.
maybe, yeah, because it's like, yeah, that's what Matrix is. You're sitting there, you're plugged in, and you're no, but that makes way more sense knowing what the directors have gone through. That it's like them feeling trapped in a reality that they don't feel comfortable in, and they want to be a part of a different reality.
Yeah. Yeah.
And oh fuck, wait, that kind of breaks down the whole like outside of the Matrix. There's the Sentinels and everything trying to break through.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't want to get too into it. Do not want to get
right. It's
Jeff
really
Bezos has an evil laugh.
Jeff Bezos go laugh. He go he who.
He go haha.
He go ha ha ha.
I'm gonna cut in
billionaire. Ha ha.
Hey, we made it to another end of an episode. Thank you very much for listening. If you're still here, that was a strange. It was very interesting talking about all that shit, and then we got kind of deep as well. So we have it in us. We can do it too. We can get into our feelings and such. But yeah, thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. The next one should be on, I think it's part 2 of the Romans. It's going to be another interesting story of betrayal and shiz. And then who knows what we'll do after that. We've got a couple of interesting ones lined up. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed, and hope you come back to listen to the next one. And if so, I shall catch you then. Bye bye.